Okay, so we have different kind of shape tools in Photoshop, right? Rectangle tool, ellipse tool, triangle tool, polygonal tool, line tool, and custom shape tool. Okay, so we are going to create a cup using the help of these tools, right? So first of all, we will be introducing about what is a shape tool. Okay, we first of all going to the rectangle tool, and I am clicking and dragging here. Okay, so we can see the stroke right here. Okay, stroke. There is no fill in the shape tool. In the shape tool, we can click here and we can change it to path. Okay, while it changed to path, you can see there is different kind of things in path. Okay, and there is pixels also. Pixels, right? Pixels also, we have certain kinds of things like square, okay, unconstrained, okay, and alignment, like those things, but we are focusing on shape. So in shape we have fill and stroke. So if I click here, and if you want any fill, just click here and you can see the fill, inside fill over here. Got it? Then I will go to the stroke. So this is the stroke. The color of the stroke is black. If you want, you can increase the amount of stroke over here. Okay, so click here. If you want, you can add different kind of strokes like this. Okay, like this, according to our concern. So more options. If I click on more options, you can see the different kind of preset over here. Okay, it align on center, inside, like that, rounded, but corners, bevel, like those things are also available on this thing. Oh, okay, so this is a which layer? Shape layer. So if I drag my mouse to this area, we can see this is a shape layer. So the identification of shape layer is will be like this on the particular layer. If I delete this layer, the shape layer will be gone. And now I am going for the ellipse tool. If I drag like this, we can see the ellipse tool over here. I will add a fill inside it and I select this. Okay, this is the shape layer, right? So if you click the shape only, you can see the attribute of the shape layer on the top hand side. So if you want to change the color also, no worry, you just click here, double click here, just change the color of the particular shape layer. If I click here, we will think that we can't edit this thing, but we can edit it. Just click here and go to the property of the shape layer. Just click here, then you can see the property right here. Okay, so if you want, you can edit those properties. Okay, alignment. Okay, alignment like this, caps like this. There will be everything. There will be no options, not complete options available. Why? Because the if there is corners only, we can adjust the corners, right? Okay, so if I move here and if I am going for a rectangle, we can edit those things, the corners and all. Okay, corners and all we can edit. The next thing is that if I click here and move, you can see the change completely changed into a circle. Okay, if you want to change only this part, just double click here, just move it. Okay, you can easily change the shape. So if you click here also, double click and just move like this, you can see the shape has been changed. So double click on the dots. We have 4 dots on the particular area. While selecting this, going this, we have nothing to change, right? Because it is a circle. Okay, so I will go to a different shape. I will delete this, just delete it, just delete, press delete on the keyboard, that's all. Then we will go to triangle. Okay, triangle also we have that much dots. I will go to fill and add something and just click here and just double click and you can If I click here, it will be like this. If I double click here, inside only we can add the shape like this. Got it? If I double click only, it will be coming. If I select this and go to this layer, then only we can edit that one. This also you can change the different kind of things like caps, corners, okay, all the things like this. Okay, and we have some custom tools also. If I click here, line tool is a different line tool. We don't have the fill, right? If we want to add the fill, is it possible for a line to add a fill? So the stroke will be the more thing. So if you add like this, you can see the stroke here. Okay, on the line tool only. Okay, I will delete this one and we will go to the custom tools here, custom shape tools. Like here, click here and you can see the different kind of default Photoshop things like wild animals, boats, flowers, like those things. If I click here, and you can easily use this one according to your concern. Just click here and double click and you can add the colors and you can use this. Okay, so double click and if you want you can add the color. The fill must be on, then only the color will be changing. So click here and you can add the colors like this. Got it? So if you want to edit this also, it is possible for us to edit. Press Ctrl T and make it scale. I will be scaling like this and I am putting here only. Okay, now I will click on the custom shape tool. Now we can see the different kind of leaves also, the leaves, and you can add the fill is already there, and the stroke also we can see the stroke over here. Okay, if you don't want that stroke, you just click here and just click the custom shape tool and you can change the stroke to no stroke. Just click here and you can see that there will be no stroke on that particular subject. Okay, if you want to change the shape, if you want to change the color, double click and add the color as well. Just click if you want to. So you can use those custom shape tools as well. Got it? So try to use this thing also. Okay, now I am going to delete this two things. Delete, then I will delete this one. Okay, now I am going to draw a cup using this shape tool. So this is an ellipse tool. I am dragging like this. Okay, and I will add a stroke. Stroke is 5, so I am making to make it as 8. Okay, and I move this one. One second. Hello. Okay, so I will make one more ellipse tool here. Okay, and I am moving this to this area and I am making Ctrl plus and make it bigger. Ctrl T, press Ctrl T and you can move it like this. Just drag using shift. Okay, shift, and I am moving the shape like this. Okay, and press enter. Got it? So you can see there are two circles intersecting each other. Okay, now I want a shape of a cup, so I will be using the eraser tool. This is the eraser tool right here. Look, this is the eraser tool. Eraser tool, you can see the shape of the eraser tool and the size of the eraser tool. There is the brush is there, pencil is there, but the size is not coming, so I will be increasing the size. So this is on the round shape, right? Brush, block, okay, block, brush and pencil. Okay, three things are there: brush, pencil and block. So I will be using the block, and I am trying to remove this line. If I click here, Photoshop will be asking, this is the shape layer. I don't know the shape layer. the Photoshop is not the Photoshop is completely a rasterized thing. So Photoshop would be able to use certain tools without rasterization. Okay, so everything should be rasterized. So I say okay, and I will be clicking those area, which area I have drawn. So I think this is the thing. Just click and try to remove it. So I want to remove it. I want to add the opacity as well as the so I will rasterize this as well. Right click, rasterize, and just click here on the eraser tool and just remove it. Okay. So without rasterizing, you can't do anything. Okay. And I remove this as well. Okay, we can use all the things like pencil and block according to your need. Okay, so this is the base shape, right? Okay, now I want the shape layer and add one more ellipse tool. So no need of worrying about the layer, because the shape layer will be automatically adding the layer while we are entering a shape. So I am dragging it to the top and press enter, and I am making a one more duplicate copy here. Okay, so Control J, and I will make Control T, and I make press shift and hold like this. Okay, so these are the two layers, right? So first of all, what is the process? Right click, rasterize layer, right click, rasterize layer. Okay, because it is a which one? This is a shape layer. We have to change this to rasterize. Okay, so I will press both of the layers, and I want to merge both of the layers. For the merging both of the layers, which key we are using? Control and E for merging it. Okay, then I will move, click here, and I move here, and I press Control T. Okay, and we have total number of blocks here is 6, right? Selection blocks. So if I move like this, it will be on constraint on this area. If I press shift and alt, it will be moving like this. Okay, I want to skew it. So if you want to skew it, there is two things: right click and skew, or else shortcut is press Control and move it like this. Press Control and move it. This will be easy for you. Press Control and just move it like this. Okay, so what shape you want? So which shape you want, you can drag and drop like this. Press enter key also. Okay, then remove this area using eraser tool. Just remove this area. So I will be zooming it. Or you can use brush. Brush, we can make it bigger. Okay. Just click and remove the whole thing. Got it? Okay. Now I want to, if it is believable, I want to put something inside, right? A liquid or something like that. So I am adding this thing, this ellipse tool on the top of this layer, right? Top, this is also a shape layer. Okay, right click, rasterize layer, and I want to add certain paint for that. So I am using this paint tool, and I am clicking and adding something inside it, right? And I am putting it here. Why it's going like this? Because it is outside. So I will go to this layer and I drag it inside, putting it inside. Now it's inside, right? So Control T and drag. So whichever area you want, you can put it like this, over the top, or like this. Got it? So if you want to fill on this area also, you can fill it. Okay, I will click here and try to paint it. It is not working. Why? Because this is a separate layer. Got it? This is why it is not working. We can't fill because this area is bleeding, means it is the color is bleeding into this area. So we can use this layer and this layer and we can merge it. Select using shift and press Ctrl E, and now you can add it. Okay, according to our need we can add this. Got it? Okay, and I will be adding all the layers in a common thing while pressing Ctrl E. So this is completely a which layer? Now it is a rasterized layer, no issue. Press Ctrl T and I will be adding some shadow to it. So if you want, you can add this this also. This will be a separate thing. I have merged it. Before that you can add some color on that handle area also. Okay, now I will be going for the reflection or the shadow thing. I will be just painting it like this. Brush tool. So what is the shortcut for flipping this? X for flipping this one. X for flipping background and foreground. D for the default black and white, and I am just painting it. Just click here using this paintbrush tool and select this, and I make the size larger. And if you want, you can use the this thing, the soft rounded brush is there, hard rounded brush is there. Okay, you can use whatever brush you want. Just click I am using soft rounded brush. Double click here and make it bigger. Okay, bigger. Shortcut is open bracket and close bracket. Just drag it like this. Not in this layer, on the bottom layer. Just click and drag. Okay, and I am adding filter, blur, then Gaussian blur. Okay, just move like this. Oh, I think it's enough, and click. Press Ctrl T, press shift, drag. Shift and drag. Okay, so if you want to remove this area, just go to the eraser tool and erase this area. That's all. Okay, like that you can add the different kind of shapes using the shape tool in Photoshop.